the success story. Once upon a time, in a bustling city full of noise and movement, there was a boy with a dream. On the outside, he was just like every other kid, going to school, doing his homework and playing outside with his friends. But deep within him, he carried a dream that set him apart. He wanted to run in the city's marathon one day. However, this dream seemed far beyond his reach. He wasn't fast, nor did he have the stamina or strength that marathon runners needed. In fact, running even a mile left him gasping for breath. When he told his friends about his goal, they burst out laughing. "You run a marathon? You can't even make it to the corner without needing a break." And they teased. Their words cut deep, and doubt crept into his heart. That night, he sat quietly with his father at the dinner table, the weight of the dream heavy on his shoulders. After a moment of silence, he asked, "Do you think I can really run a marathon?" His father smiled warmly and replied, "If you want it badly enough and you work for it, you can achieve anything. But it won't be easy. You'll have to train every day, even when you feel like giving up." Inspired by his father's words, the boy made a plan. The next morning, he put on his sneakers and ran as far as he could. It wasn't far, only a few minutes before he had to stop to catch his breath. But he didn't let that discourage him. He decided to start small and work his way up. The next day, he ran a little further. 5 minutes turned into 10, and 10 turned into 20. Slowly but steadily, he improved. There were days when he felt tired and frustrated, tempted to quit. Some people still doubted him, reminding him that he wasn't built to run long distances. But the boy kept going, focusing on his dream and the promise he made to himself. Every step he took, every run completed, was a step closer to his goal. Months of practice passed, and finally the day of the marathon arrived. Standing at the starting line, surrounded by experienced runners, he felt nervous but determined. The race began, and he set off with a steady pace. At first, everything felt manageable, but as the miles dragged on, fatigue set in. His legs grew heavy, and his breath came in short gasps. At one point, every part of him wanted to stop, but then he remembered his father's words. If you want it badly enough and work for it, you can do it. He'd come too far to quit now. So despite the pain in his muscles and the doubts swirling in his mind, he kept moving forward, step by step. Hours later, drenched in sweat and utterly exhausted, he crossed the finish line. Cheers erupted from the crowd, but in that moment, the loudest sound was the voice inside his head saying, "You did it." He might not have been the fastest runner that day, but he achieved something far greater. He proved to himself that with hard work, determination, and belief, no dream is out of reach. And that victory was more valuable than any medal he could ever earn. This story reminds us that success is not always about being the best or having the perfect skills from the start. It's about the journey, setting a goal, working towards it day by day and not giving up, even when the road gets tough. Challenges, doubts, and failures will always appear along the way, but true achievement comes from persistence, patience, and believing in yourself. The real victory lies not just in crossing the finish line, but in the courage to begin, the strength to keep going, and the resilience to rise when things get hard. With determination and effort, any dream, no matter how impossible it seems, can be turned into reality. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Believe in your inner strength.